I don't even know how I want to summarize all of this shit, so I'm just gonna I don't know what you guys decided or did when you locked me out at 3:30. Let me come in, and even before 3:30, you asked me to wait outside. I met with Public Pretender. She went inside. You guys on this private little meeting. Then you opened it up, and then told me I had to go out anyway because you were going to lock it down again for another half hour and come back. And then I could come in then, but when I got back, you wouldn't let me in. And then I started getting berated in the hall by a deputy who said I didn't bring the files up. I actually did bring up all the top sheets of the files at LIX Court on Friday, and I had requested them to be sent up, I don't know, 3:15, 3:20. Sorry, I got detained on some federal matters at the directive of the FBI in the White House. I'm sorry, I'm a federal No, I am sorry, but I'm not sorry. I couldn't be there at the exact point in time. You criminals decided that I had to be jacking in jail and jacking here and jacking there because you've been robbing me for so much, and also that you sets out outrageous misdemeanor bail bond amounts when in fact I've had identity theft, I've been robbed by your own police departments, I've been robbed by the snitches, bitches, and witches. You've taken hard assets from me, medicines, tools of my trade, and computers, sound gear, microphones, cameras, 360 VR camera gear, so much stuff. You're into millions for the last year alone. I mean, some of these collectors' bikes that you jacked, you buttheads, like the 30,000 Gary Fisher and the 15,000 Gary Fisher, and how it made trucks, and several high-end collector swings, and don't forget the Corsa, the Italian bike, and I can just go down a list of high-end street and race bikes. I lean more to race bikes. Like when I got a race bike. This was lower speed. I had ones in the 30s. This one's 24. I ride bikes a lot when I have them, and the cops aren't taking in, the crooked assholes aren't taking in for the cops or whatever. If you would get a copy of all the 911 calls from all the kurtkelly phones, disaster relief phones, which there are hundreds at this point, based on how much you fuckers have robbed me, and even all the multitude of numbers, which is staggering when I look back over the last 14 months alone. And all the other records that support the data, plus all the stuff you weren't able to erase, plus whatever you hacked shit you left on your SAP system. It's also got to size up against our videos and the other hidden surveillance we had, and other stuff that's higher above you can't get access to. And if that doesn't all sync up, guess who's lying about it? It ain't Uncle Kurt. Of course, I never have. You fucking assholes have known that I have been here since I came with NBC and The Tonight Show in '83, and have been here pretty much full time, unless I've been on the road traveling, starting to save this fucking planet from people like you. For the better part, since 83, 85, somewhere way back then. SoCal has been Kurt's home, and has had an address that everybody's fucking known, even TRW, you 11,000 Wilshire Boulevard, number 24, 1971, Federal Building, Los Angeles, California, 90024. It's been that for 30 plus years. Or P.O. Box 1971, LA, California, 90024. That's what's on my DL, which is Kurt Kelly on my DL, which somebody's jacked so many DLs. I'm tired of getting DLs, especially since I'm getting tickets for driving a car when I haven't had a car, because you jack like many of my vehicles. You can't seem to find them because they mysteriously fall out the SAP system about 18 hours before you decide to fuck with me. You're telling me where I was like a day before, but I went to even more high-profile places And nobody has surveillance anymore? Come on, stop it, detectives. Stop fucking lying all the time. Oh, I'm forgetting. Detectives never even looked at this shit, did you? All these death threats, people plowing into my car, stealing shit from my house, 18 break-ins, 12 months and more. With my own neighbors and people, neighbors breaking into my house with uniformed police officers and taking shit out without my permission and without search warrants. They've never been searched. I mean, what are you doing with all my shit? You saving my DNA so you can build, whoever the next me? Good fucking luck with that one. That project is going to fail. Because I'll make sure it fails, you fucking cunts. You guys have milked this cow long enough. Trump, your day is coming. Pence, all you fucks on Capitol Hill who have not impeached this motherfucker, these people yet, these Satanist, cultist because you're guilty too. Putin, North Korea, come on, sit down and work this shit out, because if you don't, you're going to get World War III. You'll try and get to one world order. I hate to tell you something, but there's a bug in the system that you guys don't know about, but I guarantee you when you try and extinct 7.3 billion people, you're just going to wipe out everybody, including your own asses underground, because it's already been set up to happen. Like I said, if you fuck with me and I help write codes, guess who holds keys to codes he wrote and stuff to get through your shit if you piss me off. There's a reason I have a genius IQ. There's a reason why you guys have been milking me like a cow doing shit around the clock, around the lung, and all the agencies and shit. And there are those of you who will say, oh no, he's full of shit, and doesn't know what he's talking about. And then there will be those of you who have seen shit that I have done in these other countries that have been made a matter of public record. Bangladesh, Air Force, Israel, Turkey. Shall I continue? I can go down a long list, boys and girls. By the way, did you know that ISIS and ISIL and Taliban, those are all funded by the 14 allied nations to keep you in fear and to keep you doing whatever the fuck they tell you to do, or you're going to be in trouble anyway. Between religion and war and aliens and foreign countries, oh man, you guys have been so fed Kool-Aid. It's worship. Now, I've left a gazillion audit trails around on how to piece this all together. Part of it's going to be where it was shot, but someone did point out to me, ironically, that some shot stuff was in China. I'm not sure what part yet because I haven't been back online long enough because I've been uploading. Hey guys, guess how much shit's been uploaded since the beginning of this month already on your dumbasses? What's your best guess? Couple of gigs? What is it? I can tell you it's about a quarter terabyte right now, which is about 250,000 gigs. A lot of motherfucking data. Audio, video, photos, forensics, details. You are so overly screwed. But you screwed with me, and all you thought I was just some honest crackhead. You had no fucking clue what you were doing while you were jerking me off and violating my civil rights as a news reporter, as a humanitarian. This is somebody who said he would get the last laugh. Guess what? I am going to get the last laugh, and you're going to prison. You can do your grand jury hearings in the county whenever you can get around to it. I've only been begging for that for how many years now? You can do them at the state level if you get around to it. I've been begging for it so many months. But you know what? I'm going to bypass on it because of the bias and the fact that CHP bombed me on some shit too. And if you really want me to dump all this shit out in public, keep dragging this out a little bit longer, and all of a sudden it's going to get so icky. You're going to wish you were fucking Bill Cosby and Jello pudding drug overdoses. You know what I'm talking about? So stop fucking with me, because I'm a very serious player, and all this horse shit you're trying to set me up with has so backfired on you. It's just making you look as retarded as you can. You people were so goddamn bright. Yeah, so you're at the top. Because you're not going to stay away. You're going to make some snide remarks and accuse me of being cocky, pompous, and arrogant. But guess what? Who's the one that was making so much fucking money in bank and technology and other shit that all you motherfuckers had it all? Huh? I guess how dumb am I? You didn't think I knew about this? But come on, Bill Gates. Come on, White House. Come on, Department of Justice. And much more? Shall I say more? I mean, I can keep going if you guys want to fucking push buttons. We could talk about 911 and the inside job and where the real footage exists and the people who know about it, the people who committed treason and lied for your ass. Shall I continue? You want to keep hiding in the bushes? Or shall I Halliburton you? Listen, you greedy, self-righteous pricks. Get these people out of office and set me on this concert for world peace, and then stand back and get the fuck out of my way, or I will make sure your house of curtains comes down like a motherfucking waterfall. I'll make sure, you know, like the Kennedy files get released early so we know that the Bushes really had them whacked. Right, George? See you? And like you had Bobby whacked, and you had, you know, Martin whacked, and, you know, and then Junior whacked. Well, there's a long trail of your wackages. And since I was married into your administration, don't think that those dumb F-bakers didn't leak a lot of goddamn shit. They like to brag, motherfuckers. And they were bragging about the kinfolk in the White House running the bushes. But I did say running the bushes. It doesn't matter what way it happened there. My perception, based on what I saw in the real world and based on who I knew was pulling strings and predicting shit before it actually went on news, I think they were jerking your looking hard. I think you guys like that because you're into that whole synthetic, artificial horse shit. I think you should be made to drink and use all your products until you... Man, that'd be too nice. You know what? Seriously. Stop the cockbox from my way. Slow these people down. Put them under the spotlight they need to be on. I'm sure we can figure out some happy mediums. I've always been fair. Can't say that you guys have, but here's an opportunity to step up to the motherfucking table and support disaster relief and the concert for world peace. And maybe I'll let some bygones be bygones, even if they're relatives, because they're the carnage of what it took to get us where we are talking right now. So George, Jeb, the Bakers, pick up the phone, call me. +1 424-310-9718, 19 or 20. Hey, good Rich, buddy, Becca, come on. Do it for Leah. Do it for the fucking hell your family put me through. Or Sharon, you know, maybe you could step up to the table. I could keep going down names, and it's going to get uglier if you people keep pushing my buttons out of Capitol Hill or any fucking station on the planet. Military and embassy and or special op, or go fuck yourself. If you honestly think for as many years as I've been doing this motherfucking shit, I don't see it coming like a long way away, and sometimes I just can't get out of the way quick enough. I'm not as dumb as you look. And I do take good notes. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, or sometimes I'm saying stuff on your ASAP system just to mess you up. Because you really haven't figured out to interpret what Kurt really means when he does say certain things. And then you end up seeing it happen before your very eyes on multiple screens from multiple locations. And if you haven't seen that, then you motherfuckers truly really aren't. I guess now you have to go back and look at frames. And don't forget hidden frames and time-lapse frames. Well, if you go back and listen to all the directives that were being given in these videos over the last couple of years, you had some good teaching, but so far, none of you have learned. We've done this before, ladies and gentlemen. We've done this song and dance before. This is Extinction 6, as we're telling people today. Differ, but you know, whatever you and NSA want to put the fuck out there, that's on you, your story, not my story. But we all goddamn know well it's been substantially more here than at other planets in this universe, and you forgot to tell them with never a straight answer. I could go down the list right now, I really could. I'm trying so much to be diplomatic, to show willingness for compromise in some areas, and be very clear there's no compromise in other areas whatsoever. On Capitol Hill, there are key people who have followed me for years. They've known me for years. God knows you've known me for years. From performances as a child, music and singing in D.C. to performances and news coverage and even unescorted walk through the tunnels between the Senate and the offices and representatives and offices or White House and offices and the underground tunnels. And thank you for those clearances. Quite an education for a young lad early in his life and his career in television and film. And as you see, there are those certain secrets that Lieutenant Colonel and I discussed during the Ollie thing, that we discussed during Central America, that we discussed in a lot of places you people have had me end up around the globe, and with different agencies. And it's been quite an education, quite an eye-opener. The world is not as I would hope it would be. It's sadly in much worse condition than I could have ever hoped for. And I started realizing this very young as a lad. In my early travels and as a young professional journalist, even in other years of life, and it really bit my tongue. A lot of it, even though you may think I've editorialized and said some pretty outrageous things about this, that, the other. Sometimes I was also telling the kind of gentler story, even when it didn't seem so, because unfortunately most of the world can't stand the truth. They would rather you psychobabble them, lie to them, fill them full of bullshit, and they will wrap it up. I'm really trying to be nice here. Sheeple. Let's just get it straight. Your time's running out. If you want to sit back and play armchair coach and criticize me and everybody else who's fucking up the world, or should have fixed the world for you, or whatever your mental drama is, or not. By your lack of participation, you are participating in supporting those who would just like to demoralize all of you. If you're already in that hate-monger category, or you're afraid to speak up because of the hate-monger category, you might as well join them. Strength in numbers. If you really believe in global peace, world peace, it means we all have to pitch in and start getting the message out. And we need a lot of people that raise money because for us to do this epic live broadcast and bring in all those artists and entertainers, they're not going to do it for free, put their ass online. And quite frankly, my companies, since childhood, have been dedicated to helping hungry and homeless and helping people around the world. But frankly, you've sodomized me so badly of so many untold fortunes that I'm kind of finally, sadly, starting to agree with people who have helped me run my very successful international companies all this time, and that I should just stop helping others because there's not enough of you who really want to save this planet from destruction anyway, so why am I wasting my time on just go have some fun before you guys fuck it up again? We're extinction with your XXX fuckers. But for sake of argument, what you got on the public record through NSA, this is extinction sake. Of course, you also claim there was an intelligent life here before, but we all know that's horseshit. Georgia Guidestone, CERN, I mean, Reals, I mean, I could go down our Plan X. I mean, there's so much stuff I could talk about, as you fucking well know. I'm sorry for children who shouldn't have heard that. You can thank the Catholic Church, the U.S. government, and everybody else who has toyed with Uncle Kurt. You see, that's how you also get children. You get to be a mother, and or sometimes you want to tell people off because, and I'm from Michigan, okay, God's work in the world, or God's creator, or wherever you are. Right from it doesn't matter where I'm from. Doesn't matter what Ivy League I did or didn't go to, how I dress, what you think of me today. What matters is how I treat the people around me, and I do what I'm way to help people. Oh, it's a fault. Way fucking default. And then I end up paying prices that sometimes are way too high price. Charlie, you were right. I should have just rented the own, not own, and I didn't really want to own, but they wanted. I don't care if I get married again or not anymore. I just would like to find somebody who would like to love me for me, not my contacts, not my anything. Anything I own, anything I know, anything I do, just for me. Somebody who would actually like to love me for me and have children. And you can also put up with the other side of me, which is the real world, which is the public figure and the private and the intel, contracting. I do a lot of things, folks, okay? I am one of these people who rarely sleeps. My average work day is 3 to 5 days. My longest work day has been 17. And when I'm saying 7, I do mean 17 days, where I was going on a production, and we were on tour, and we were with Eddie Money, John Scott, Rory Estema, Bon Jovi. I mean, we shot a lot of people on that tour in like 17 days. And we were like traveling at night, videotaping, and rolling in the crews, and loading in, loading out, and backstage pass, all access. It saddens me that I need to retire and fade away again because I just want the fuck out of me. I've retired so many times in my career and tried to walk away from all of this bullshit. So I need to keep dragging me back. Officially, I think I've been retired since '99 when you posed me for a $6 billion private company that was mine. That was the crazy look at that book. And it was independent appraisal. And that was of the audited assets that I put into that company. That didn't include any other entities. It was just in that company. You guys still screwed me? Because you couldn't control me or my own technology, so you just bent me over a hump post? Thank you, Night Souls. Thank you, Johnson, Shays, Cutlers. I can go down such a long list. Including much more Department of Justice, Bushes. I mean, long list. You know how long this list is. And if you're at the right federal level, you do know it's a long motherfucking list. So, let's trade some chips. Uncle Kurt what he wants. I'll try and be better about not leaking too much more of your shit. Unless you're trying to play dirty pool, in which case you know how Kurt plays. Straight up. You play him straight up. And play Texan Hold'em on Uncle Kurt, because, well, you can get Joker's wild on your ass. You're talking to a man who has no fear. You can thank yourself for that. For all these things you have had me do in the name of the Department of Justice, in the name of patriotism, in the name of humanitarianism, in the name of let's try to get Kurt fucking killed in a foreign country or up on life or something and see if we can get away with it again. 3 life sentences in that short span in a foreign country, and then it had to be signed off, forfeiting citizenship and becoming property of the state of go fuck yourself? No. Really? You guys did that to me? I know you did because I was there. I know we'll never get those files. Hey, my life story, so my files I can't open, and since mine connected a lot of your files, and then other files, you get the concept? No. I'm just saying, maybe it's time we all figure out how to work this thing out. And maybe that's the good twist to this story is even some of the worst can be saved if they stop turning blind eyes to the obvious truths. I mean, think about it, guys. If you really think these people running this shit right now are the best choice, I know better. And I know about the plans with Stalin, you know, back with your families, the Bushes, and the Trumps, the Kennedys, and the Gardners, since I happen to be related to a couple of those clans I threw out, and there's many more that we all know about. I didn't sign up for the final Kool-Aid party. You guys have had people send me invitations. I know it's your thing. Or is it? Now that the end for this round, George maybe it's time we set the sabers down. Maybe it's time we get our hands away from the guns. Maybe it's time we get our hands in some dirt and start to rebuild this mission for people that's going to last this time sustainably. And maybe it's time to get under control of stuff and help me food be green and sustainable. And see, you've turned such major leaves, how could you not? But go on to better days, because if you remember, I also said, if you made a full amends in a living lifetime, that wasn't a living amends, but full amends. And I know you guys are bright enough to know what the hell I'm talking about. Things change. I don't believe in destiny. I believe there are destinations we all force ourselves to get to because we have this idea of where we're supposed to be, as you well know. But then life hands us a bunch of cards that we didn't always anticipate, as you well know. And so maybe we all have a new awakening. There's nothing gained in the destruction of the whole, except the loss of the art of humanity, which is the heart of Mother Earth. Earth. E-A-R-T-H. Art. Is a humanitarian. Somebody's done a piss poor job, actually, of doing history, in my opinion, professionally. You may not agree, and Franklin's not about that. It isn't time to write some new chapters. I mean, the final chapters are already written. And it's here to say that we can't rewrite them if we do it before their time. You guys know how this feels done. Think about it. Please reach out to me. Anybody close to them, make sure they see this. You reach out to them. It's going to take more than just me. And honestly, it'll take more than even just that. It's going to take a collective effort of the whole. There's so much negativity on this planet right now. People are so ready to whack each other for almost anything. Greed, fear, whatever. Give me your shit because I want your shit. It's not a happy world right now. And I'm saddened to say I'm embarrassed to be an American right now, the way we treat each other, the way we treat foreigners. We're just goddamn abusive and arrogant and ignorant and fat and overweight and possibly beyond belief. In my professional, personal opinions. We've made a pandemic run the world because through Hollywood we've let people think it's okay. It's not. Come on, world, get some manners back. Please. Thank you. Excuse me. Bless you. Or at least be honest. Say, fuck you. I mean, let's stop the horseshit doing what we're trying to do. It's just not working out. And I think before the end of time, you either really chance to straighten it out with your world managers, or you're gonna get to come back and do this all over again, or maybe you'll get lucky and be really cool as fuck and good, and you'll be straight to hell and not have to think about this anymore, because you'll have a whole eternity to keep reliving this nightmare. Sad but true, your world leaders and religious leaders have been lying to you for generations. I know, that's just so hard to believe. Wake up, sheeple. No creator wrote a freaking line of what you read. It was all people's, sheeples to follow them, and what they said was the message from above. Divine intervention. Oh, give me a fucking... I have no idea what they were smoking, what they were drinking. I don't give a shit. Because there's so many contradictions in Bibles, an eye for an eye, turn the other cheek. Should I beat the shit out of them and defend myself, or just let them rape and rob me? Or, you know, you get 72 virgins for hurting other people. Nah, it's not in the Quran, folks. Come on. I thought you knew your religion. There's so much horseshit coming off pulpits and religious leaders' mouths that I almost look at them and it's kind of like, oh, you're talking Satan psychobabble just in another tongue. And I'm not even joking. Isn't it interesting that all evil and satanic and what do they call it? Voodoo. I mean, all the witchcraft, all these dark religions, and then there's all these Satan religions. And then other religions on top of all religions. Isn't it interesting that a lot of similar themes? Folks, the art of mind control is beginning the masses to believe your bullshit. It's kind of like intelligence. We keep them always thinking it's the other guy. It's really us. Need I say more? Come on, folks. Just us shouldn't be for just us who can afford it, gouge everybody else's eyes out and fuck them over, and then get rid of them because we don't need them anymore anyway. Let's get rid of the slaves. Those employees. Those people are too dumb to do anything for themselves. If it wasn't for us, they'd all roll away and die. Okay, whatever. Get over yourself. People. It's now or never. We're getting down to the fire and wire that if I can't get more people interested in rallying behind the war for peace, it will become a casualty of World War III, because I have no desire to keep sticking around, sticking my ass out of the line. Everybody else is saying, good, great job, keep up the good work. And Kurt's subsidizing all of this for you, your family, your friends. And Kurt isn't... he doesn't have any of those for himself, so what's my incentive now? Excuse me? What was that again? So wake up, people, get a clue. I'm doing this because I care for the world at large. I don't have children, not touched with hardly any relatives, because for all they know, they got up dead or insane or whatever. If they really gave a shit, I'm sure I would have heard from them. I mean, I keep my numbers pretty current on the internet when you're not fucking with my social media, Christian Scienceville, dead fucking parasite, and some of the other assholes. The list of people who have tried to turn my life upside down since my entire career is so long. It reads, honestly, like a who's who of almost every industry. I mean, now, don't get me wrong, they haven't all told me to go eat myself, but there have certainly been some people who unjustly did that, especially when I was asking to be paid for work I did in television, film, fine arts, or mocap, or other stuff, and technology, and I can go down such a long list there. But it's not about the long list. It's about the fact that I put my heart and soul into this, but if nobody else is interested in saving the freaking planet, why should I give a shit? You're the ones who are going to have to deal with this bullshit. I ain't coming back for another round. And if you honestly think you've never done this before, you aren't paying attention. Maybe you need to go back to Kurt Kelly 101 school, or get somebody who knows that and start Googling ass backwards to come forwards. But I'm telling you, things ain't what they seem, and in fact, it's getting ready to rain, and so Kurt's gonna get moving, so he doesn't get completely soaked while trying to educate people about stuff they really don't give a shit about anyway. I wish you well. I just wish you'd pull your head out of your ass and start to make a stand for world peace and against assholes who are trying to tear your communities, your homes, your lives, your worlds apart. Be blessed, always. And please stop messing with my stuff. I'm just so tired of having to go buy new shit and do this over and over again. It's getting really old!